Hello everyone and welcome to the most calming main menu screen I've ever seen for, well, an SMOD mod. This is CSS SCI FI 3. This is less focused on the Half-Life 2 main campaign, as in it's not focused on that whatsoever, and it's instead focused on little mini-levels and challenges, as CSS would imply. Quite a few of the levels are based on CSS. We can also pick several little campaigns that are just a series of levels. We're going to ignore them for now then. We're going to go to the mission hub, which is the infinitely more interesting part of this mod. We've got View Bob. We start off in this odd little warehouse with combine kind of capsules and such. Let's go on through here. Now, one thing immediately, this area obviously is the hub place, just acts as an area to get you to all the separate missions, but we have a little optional area here, which this is just a firing range, and we've got all the weapons here. I wanted to show off this mod after we'd already seen a few weapons to begin with. Let's just pick and choose here. Let's not pick anything too boring. And we can come up here and unleash the zombies. I really hate that noise they make. So this is just a room, obviously, for just experimenting with the different weapons and such. Oddly enough, in this mod, you can use the stun stick. We can also press this button, and everything's been reset. You can also jump over and, you know, get in. Sometimes the shooting range should let you really muck in with your enemies. Or, you know, fail to actually make the jump and land in the water beneath. But enough about this. Let's just leave the zombies infinitely spawning in this room for the next, you know, contestant to just come along, open that and be very confused. Or not, you know. Or not. Sterilization chamber slash time warping facility over here. Yeah, it wants us to go in there, but we must explore first. My. Look at all these consoles. So what you just do is you just look at them, select your destination, and let's just go for a CS map that I know. I haven't played so much CS, so I couldn't really help you on that much. Let's go for Assault, or Militia. I'm an idiot. Anyway, select it, we press the prompt, and off we go. As you were looking on the main menu screen, you'll notice that I didn't have any configuration options there. All the configuring the game stuff is done actually outside the game. It comes in a little installer, and you can run that and set all your options. It's definitely less intuitive, but it functions well enough. And there's also an option that regular old SMOD doesn't have that is unique to this version. Because of its mission-based structure, it's obviously much more easily implemented here. And that difference is as follows. You can select some comrades to follow you. I'm going to play a couple missions to show it off. I've got it set to spawning a rebel with us right now. On every level we get a different selection of guns. This is the Alex gun that I actually missed in the main playthrough that you can get in Water Hazard. You can change it between, you know, semi-automatic and fully automatic. One thing I'm going to say right off the bat in terms of difference is the controls. You feel a lot more rigid in this mod. In, you know, SMOD Redux, you feel quite slick and smooth and you can move around quite easily. Here you feel a lot more rigid and like you can get trapped on objects a lot more easily. And also the MP5 you get in this has its firing sounds taken directly from Counter-Strike. I think it's also, in iron sighting, that feels a lot more awkward, and you can also see they just kind of fade out the crosshair rather than completely remove it. It's not too big of a problem. This is still a very fun mod, it's just controls a tad worse than the regular game does. Another difference, of course, is bullet trails. This mod loves them. So quite a few of the missions have unique objectives. There you go. So, you know, you get a variety of missions, and for what they're worth, they are shown to be quite fun. While leaning, you can't fire. Enemies are definitely weaker. We still have the kick. Although it feels a lot less beefy in this version, it must be said. Just on a pure kind of... on a pure feel of the kick, it just doesn't feel like it imparts as much weight. And I think that a lot of that is maybe to do with the ragdoll setup, something along those lines. So we can still hear gunfire. Our comrade is doing quite well by herself. She'll be a good bullet sponge. Also, I think we're seeing in here an invisible foe. Or not, I was just seeing things quite wrongly. So he has actually, well, I wouldn't say he's reworked the maps, but he's definitely put some crates around, which is... Have I missed something here? I'm trapped in a bathroom. And this is how Gordon Freeman met his end. You need quite so many crates. Are we stockpiling? Okay, come on. Can I duck for it? There I go. I'm wondering quite what's in the what. Genius plan. Get stuck by something and the moment you're out, immediately check to see what it was. We're just lucky it actually was that, otherwise... Yeah, also we can just have jam spread on our screen in this mod. Which is nice, you know, those visual effects kicking in there. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm sounding overly negative on that one. This is genuinely quite fun. It's just... that did look a hell of a lot like jam. And this mod also can't quite figure out, you know, that there's not really much of an eye in sight on this gun. And also, it's quite obvious. I think the HUD has been changed a little bit, mainly to do just with font, but it definitely looks a lot closer to original Half-Life 2. We'll just bring this with us. Or we won't, because it's a static prop. Could have had just musical refreshment throughout the whole level. Also, much like, you know, CSS, we have hostages. And we have to escort them, as you saw.
Wait for us!
Aren't you fucking riveted? Now I've got to actually bind the button to tell them to, you know, not fucking move. Okay, so with that, because I haven't killed all the enemies, I'd be doing myself a disservice by trying to escort them in this state. I'm also just going to show something while I'm up here in this empty room. The reason this mod also maybe feels a bit slower is because you can't bunny hop. Whenever you land, there's a pause that you can't, you know, move that fast, so you can't gain quite a high speed by just jumping around. And also, I died, you know, that's what, hence the cut. And in that regard, there are no checkpoints. On that note, you have to do every level in one life, but we still have our old buddy quick save and quick load, which I have yet to use. So these levels are a challenge unto themselves. Let's actually use the slow motion for a second, which, in this mod, ups the contrast a ridiculous amount. And just shows you how many bullets one man could feasibly take under his own steam. Let's kill the sniper, though. threat assessment decides that the guy with the biggest gun should be the biggest problem. He had a big gun too, so my threat assessment was poor. Also, all these guys have the same kind of action movie ragdoll malarkey that we saw in the last part of SMOD, where they can fire their guns as they're falling. Much easier to tell in this mod because of the bullet trails. Yeah, I'm starting to see why they had the rocket launcher on this here table. It's convenient as hell for me. Well, that didn't do much. Not that I really expected it to. He has luckily put in crates and other such good things around so that we are not left high and dry here. We'll say, actually, one thing that this mod has got a lot better is, maybe it's just the bullet trails, is that firing in slow motion looks a lot cooler. And in a mod that's all about cool points, that means something. The gore is also significantly lesser, as you can see. Okay, this fast headcrab just won a battle with a combine, and he's kicking my ass, so... he deserved to die a noble death in a noble fight, and a kick to the face, or as much as you can kick a headcrab in the face, definitely seems honourable enough for a fellow such as him. Maybe I shouldn't stand still while getting ready to shoot this guy. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing before, actually, because I died. Let's just set this to fast motion while I run back to the bathroom to pick up those thousands upon thousands of medkits we found previously, and let's hope the door doesn't actually, you know, lock us in. Well, let's wonder why we didn't just, you know, get out this way. You know, this really shows I didn't play much CSS. I hope there were people who did play CS who were just like, no, you can go through the wall, you fucking dullard. Ah, well. We got there in the end. Okay, time for salvo 2 of rockets. This guy is a bloody good pilot, I'll tell you that much, but we're all done here. And that's all she wrote. So, we had some hostages earlier on. We should get back to that. The bathroom is an instant healing station as of now, that's perfect. There's definitely no shortage of things for you to shoot in this mod, but we came in via the sewers and I highly doubt these lot will be able to traverse them. I mean, they may look like human beings, but they're vastly less competent.
You got it.
I'm pressing the recall button. I was never that...
Anything you say, Doc.
Double tap it. Okay, okay. That didn't take too long. I was holding it down like, oh. You know, that's basically a very high-spirited double tap. Oh, I missed a crate back here. It's not like I'm missing any hidden weapons or well... So while we're definitely not lacking for any kind of weapons or such, I've got a brilliant idea. But I'm going to quick save, like, no I'm not actually, fuck that. All of you just run out in the open and I'll shoot whatever attacks. Bullet trails! Skybox glitches. Oh no, 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 no. Oh good, 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 good. Go, 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 go. Well, I'm glad that didn't kill you, because, you know, if they all die, coincidentally, you get a unique death. You get kill switch activated. Well, we'll say this much. My plan of having them run out into the open to act as a distraction had a 50% success rate. I may have to lessen that number. Let's just miss everything with one of the rarest shots I can get in this mod, you know? Come on. Oh dear. I was really hoping these two wouldn't follow me over here and thus risk themselves, but they were really curious to find out what was trying to kill them. And with the mission complete, we should be sent back to the hub. If any of you want to request a mission for me to do, then go ahead. I'm not planning on doing too many videos on CSS SCI FI because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I will link to where you can download it and you can go find out for yourself if it will work. I'm not too sure. This mod ran with less tinkering than SMOD Redux itself did, but I still wouldn't vouch for it being completely reliable because it's a bit old, it's not been oft updated. So, if you can get it to work, I definitely hope you enjoy it. It is a very fun mod. And it's a bit more lightweight, a bit easier on the brain than SMOD Redux is. I will do another level though, but that will be a separate video. That'll be one just to show off a different objective and a different level, and to show off one option that is unique to this and can be changed.